All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is April 20th, is that correct, Paul?
Correct.
And show number 33 in the Pat Campbell Cajun Quarantine Concert Series. Dad, you had quite a morning, huh?
Yeah.
Went to your dermatologist and
In Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge and
Chauffeur.
followed very strict safety guidelines to see your doctor.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna say a prayer for you that everything's okay. So you're saying that Mama didn't give you that bobo on your head? That you see where you got the you can't see that well, there's a Band-Aid there.
Yeah, it's a Band-Aid. Yeah, there was I have the phone number of my dermatologist. I could see something growing. The last time I went there about 5 months ago, I could feel something, but you couldn't see it. And all of a sudden it had been growing. So I called him yesterday on the phone. I sent him a picture and he said, that's a skin cancer. So he told me to come in today. Yeah. And so
we made sure he was safe. We wrapped Dad in bubble wrap and rolled him. We rolled him in there, and everything was safe.
He deadened it and he cut it and he sent it off.
All right, Dad. Let me see who's checking in, and then we'll talk. All right, Miss Hazel saying howdy. Nanny Chero's in. Luke Landry. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Silas Fontenot from Ville Platte. Good afternoon. Miss Sissy Barres. Good day. Miss Brenda Hebert Thibodeau. She is our fam of the day. I'm going to read her.
Yes.
Absolutely. Melissa, your daughter's checking in. Miss Joycelyn, good afternoon. Miss Carmen, hello everyone. Miss Carolyn Viator, good afternoon. Miss Janet Landry checking in. Miss Elaine Bork checking in. Miss Mary LaSalle checking in. Deneen Araby, good afternoon to everybody. Let's see. Yeah, we sent him with a chaperone, Liz, absolutely. Miss Candy Latino. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Joycelyn. She said there was a horrible tragedy in Nova Scotia yesterday. Did you hear about that, Dan?
No.
I don't know. Okay, so all right, guys, let's get to some business. So this is going to be Dad and I's last daily live show. I'm not saying we're not going to come back. But I have finals coming up, and just my concern is just not being able to kind of give it the time that it needs. So this is going to be our last daily show. Dad and I will be back from time to time, and what I'll do is I'll post one of our older shows. We'll start from the beginning, and I'll post a YouTube show every day if you need to get the envie and the fix. But we appreciate everybody being with us all this time. 33 straight shows, Dad. And that's a lot of hours.
Friday.
Yeah, and a lot of hours of prep. And
you're still teaching and preparing in the finals for college.
They understand. So we'll see them again. But this will be the last daily live show for us over here in the Campbell.
For a while.
For a while, yeah, for a while. So Dad, why don't you kick us off with a toe tapper and the shoe pick two-step. Tell everybody what a shoe pick is, Pop.
A shoe pick is a fish with a lot of bones in it.
So it's not one ideally you
They
want
call
to...
it a Cypress bass.
Not one ideally you want to keep to eat?
Yeah,
Or-
then you can make some good boulettes with that. Some good boulettes. You scrape the meat between the bones. I mean, you leave the bone. You do it when it's raw. You peel the meat and then you boil some potatoes. And then you mix that fish meat.
See, I wouldn't know.
With
I
the
catch
potato?
all my fish at the market, at the supermarket or at the store. You know, that's where I catch all my fish.
People, I'll tell y'all, when I want some fresh fish, all I have to do is tell Brian's youngest, and my wife Yvonne, go catch me some fish. Brian has some big perch and some 2-pound bass in his fish pond right in his yard there, and we get some fresh fish.
What would the remix be? I got a paper in my shoe pick. I got a paper in my shoe pick. I like
Shoe pick.
that's I'm gonna have to find that song, man. I really enjoyed when you
What, the shoe
played
pick?
that song. No, the paper in the shoe.
Yeah, the ship. Oh, well, I could have been playing it. I just.
Well, I have it on YouTube. I could pull it up anytime I want.
That's true.
Who talk a little French to everybody, Dad.
Well. Bonjour, le soleil est sorti aujourd'hui, c'est une belle journée. Ça a commencé à ce matin, c'était un peu frais, mais à cette heure, d'après moi, c'est proche 80 degrés à cette heure.
What's your shirt about? You a superstar?
It's a red rail shirt.
That's when they used to get those, man.
I don't know.
Let me tell.
Established 1960.
Let me tell.
I used to get them every year.
Let me
I
tell
used to go to
them.
Reds
Let me
quite
tell
often.
them a story. So Dad joined Red Laurel's. Was that when you went on your sabbatical?
Mm-mm.
Was before that?
Oh, yeah. You remember you was in high school.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's where I really learned to play basketball. I'd go every day and play pickup ball over there.
No, I was a member before then.
So
I went on my sabbatical is when I stopped smoking.
So I remember Wes Landry one time, because I'd bring my friends, to play pickup ball sometimes, and Wes said, "I'm gonna work out with your dad." And after it was over, he's like, "Campbell, your dad's a horse." Dad was putting up some weight, boy. And what did you get down to? Like one? What were you down to? One? How? Like your weight? What were you down to?
185.
185. That's awesome, man. So, all right, Dad. Next song up is "Leaving on Your Mind." Who sings that song?
Patsy Cline. I had a request.
Is that you picked that because y'all share the same first name?
No, someone and people. I'm so I don't know. After the show, I usually kind of watch. Then I start looking on my phone to.
It's overwhelming. That's just a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, and people ask for requests, and then I start looking for new songs in English.
Yeah.
And then someone asked, "Leaving on My Mind." I said, "Well, I don't know if I can play it, but I'll try." So I looked it up. I played it. I said, "Yeah, I can play that." So, and then in the meantime, I forgot who asked me.
Hey, did y'all pick up the Cajun? Me, I can play that.
Me, I can play
Me,
that.
I can play that. Me,
I
you
can play
gotta
that.
start the sentence and end the sentence with the same word. Me, I can play that. Me.
You do it at the beginning, at the end, to make sure you don't forget.
The emphasis is on the syllable.
Yeah.
All right, Pop.
I don't play it very well. I hadn't had much
Miss
practice.
Merlene McKnight said, "Thank you for playing it. It was her request." Miss Merlene.
Miss Merlene, I remember now. Thank you. I don't mind. I like the request. I really do. If you got leaving on your mind, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If you got leaving on your mind, if there's a new love in your heart, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If there's a new love in your heart. Don't leave me here in a world filled with dreams that might have been. Hurt me now, get it over. I may learn to love again. If there's a new love in your heart, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If there's a new love in your heart. Miss Berlin, thanks for requesting that song.
That made me think when I read it. Who sings? I got you on my mind.
Cooking the cupcakes.
Feeling kinda sad and low.
I could get it. Cooking the cupcakes.
Cookie and a cupcake.
Wondering where you are and wondering where you have to go. No matter how I try, my heart keeps telling me that I can forget
Some
you.
belly rubbing music. So for those of you just joining us, this is a bittersweet day. This is going to be our last daily live show.
Just for a while.
Yeah, just for a while. Just need to take a little break, and we'll be back. I hope everybody is doing okay today. I will post some of our older shows. I mean, we did 33 of them, Dad. That's pretty amazing.
And we'll let them know when we're going to kick back on.
Yeah, we got to go learn some new songs, and I got to get some new jokes.
And if somebody wants, maybe everyone's friends with you on your Facebook. Not everyone, I think, is friends with me, but if you request, that way we can keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not going anywhere. I don't think
and
they're
I definitely want to make some kind of supper meal when all of this thing is over.
The third song, I'd like to know. I don't know who sings it. I don't know what it's about, but I could imagine all the years as a principal. That's a statement you probably told a lot of children in your office.
What?
I'd like to know, like who did it? How'd they do it? What'd you do?
Well, I was a good instigator. I mean, not an instigator, interrogator.
Is that? Were you good at interrogation because you can think like a canaille, like you could think like I'm not. I mean, they kids, so they're not crooks, but you could think like a canaille. You know, you could kind of. Because you were mischievous, so maybe you could think like
I wasn't bad.
But you could think like a mischievous. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to our show. You want to be on TV, Brian?
No.
No? Okay, you going to sing with us, though?
No.
Do you know any French?
No.
I know a little German. His name's Gert. He's about that tall. He's a little German, you know? You get it? No? Okay, they don't
There's
get it.
only a few words I know from a different language.
You better not say bad words.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I know, Papa. Good job, Brian. All right.
Bad words in different languages?
No, I thought you might have.
I know too many bad words.
I thought the never mind. Hey, y'all all come in. We got company, everybody. We've got company. All right, Papa, let's go with I'd like to know. Who sings it?
J'aimerais connaître.
Jimmy Cornette, the wrestling dude?
Otto
Hébert. All right. To speak a little French for everybody.
C'est une chanson chantée par Adam Hébert. D'après moi, il l'a écrit aussi. J'aimerais connaître. si non metti va bene. Ça devrait être sans reste toujours, oui, j'entends. Quand même qui bien soigné et you côté. J'aimerais connaître si nous met tu vas m'aider.
Man, Dad, there's nothing that gets the little like buttons and the
I'll
little
tell you
hearts
what.
than the Cajun music. Man.
I used to play that song without making mistakes. A long time I hadn't played it, but I mean, I picked up on it,
We
but
tired.
that's
You
fine.
tired, Pop? It's all good, man. You had a long day.
Yeah.
A long day. All right. Now I have a lot of questions about the next song,
That's
the Sneaky Snake.
this name.
What in the world is this song about? Or was he just doing like drugs and he imagined this? You know, like Puff the Magic Dragon. Like that's a song about, you know, it's a song about psychedelics.
I didn't know that.
Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea
Oh,
and ecstasy. Yeah. So so
Okay.
Sneaky Snake. What's that about?
but I don't know. I know Tom T. Hall sang it. I think he sold a lot of records.
Uh huh. But
Uh,
that was a fun song. I'd
yeah,
laugh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the song other than we said it one day, Sneaky Snake, and
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, let me see.
I don't like old Sneaky Snake. Tom T. Hall. Let me I'm gonna pull up, well, I'm gonna see if I can the lyrics, because I'm not gonna sing the whole
Oh,
thing with you,
yeah.
but I'd sure like to sing some of it. Sneaky Snake lyrics. How do you say Sneaky Snake in French, Pop?
South Point Snake. South Point Snake. Sneaky.
All right, my question to everybody, do any of you guys have a pet snake? Would you ever get a pet snake, Pop?
No.
No?
No.
All right, I think
I
that's a
wouldn't
no.
even have a dead pet snake.
All right, let's do Sneaky Snake.
Boys and girls, take warning. If you go near the lake, keep your eyes wide open and look for a sneaky snake. Now maybe you won't see him, and maybe you won't hear, but he'll sneak up behind you and drink all of your root beer. And then the sneaky snake goes dancing, wiggling and a hissing. Sneaky snake goes dancing, a giggling and a hissing. I don't like old sneaky snake, he laughs too much, you see. When he goes wiggling through the grass, it tickles his underneath. Well, sneaky snake drinks root beer, and he just makes me sick. When he is not dancing, he looks just like a stick. Now he doesn't have any arms or legs, you can't see his ears. And while we are not looking, he's stealing all of our beer. And then Sneaky Snake goes dancing, wiggling and a hissing. Sneaky Snake goes dancing, a giggling and a kissing. I don't like old sneaky snake, he laughs too much, you see. When he goes wiggling through the grass, it tickles his underneath.
Good job,
It's
Danelle.
kind of hard to sing the melody because he sings more like talking, like sneaky. I don't know.
Nanny Chero said she had a snake in the drawer of her fridge before, not her choice. Well, if I had a snake, I'd lose my drawers, not my choice. That's how I see that playing out, man. I don't like snakes. Remember that time we were at what was the camp? Mr. Utise's camp?
Oh, Mr. T.B. Bork's
Mr.
camp.
T.B. Bork's camp. And I was doing something stupid. I was kicking a glove into a net or something, and my mom put me sitting down so I didn't tear down the camp. And man, I felt something by my leg, partner. A snake was crawling up. You saw it? They had a Michael Jordan documentary pop last night. I don't know if you saw it. You were probably
And
sleeping.
I went to bed at before 8 o'clock.
Well,
so
I jumped as high as Michael Jordan right there, bro. At about 8 years old, man. Pew! And I don't know
the
who was.
snake bit you too.
No, I don't think.
Which one we brought you to the hospital in Mr. TB's car? Yeah.
No, that was when Jason slammed my fingers in the car. That was something different. Remember when Jason slammed my finger? It was a total accident, guys. It wasn't like he was.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was
I think
a snake bit me.
Yeah, and we brought the snake to the hospital and it went poison.
Well, then I'm gonna have to revamp that story to make it seem like I cheated death, and
But the snake wasn't poisonous.
I got bit. It was a poisonous, non-poisonous snake. It was, and one rain cloud followed us the whole way. I mean, it was an earthquake along the way to the hospital. It was one of those stories. All right, Dad, karaoke time. I think you know, if you know the song, sing along. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, she's my lady lucky, I'm her wild card man. Together we're building up a real hot hand. We live out in the country, yeah, she's my little queen of the South. Yeah, we're two of a kind, working on a full house. Yeah, she wakes me every morning with a smile and a kiss. Her strong country loving is hard to resist. She's my easy loving woman, I'm a hard working man, no doubt. Yeah, we're two of a kind, working on a full house. Yeah, pickup truck is her limousine, and her favorite dress is her faded blue jeans. She loves me tender when the going gets tough. Sometimes we fight so we can make up. Lord, I need that little woman like the crops need a rain. She's my honeycomb and I'm her sugar cane. We really fit together if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're two of a kind, working on a full house. This time I found a keeper, I made up my mind, Lord, the perfect combination is her heart and mine. The sky's the limit, no hill is too steep. We're playing for fun, but we're playing for keeps. So draw the curtain, honey, turn the lights down low. We'll find some country music on the radio. I'm yours and you're mine. Hey, that's what it's all about. Yeah, we're two of a kind, working on a full house. Lordy mama will be two of a kind, working on a full house. Wow, show, show, show. Wow, 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 wow,
Very
wow.
good, Ryan. Good.
All right, my part is done. This house is clean. Dad, you ever watched a scary movie growing up?
Yes.
What was the scariest movie you ever watched?
Take Frankenstein when he was moving slow, and
Mm-hmm.
man, especially when it was in my dream. Man, I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
run
you couldn't
fast
risk
enough.
that. But in real life, dude, you could totally dominate a Frankenstein. Like, you just give him like a little shimmy shake. You know, but I guess for him, he's got the persistence, right? He just keep coming at you. Hey, what was the scariest movie y'all remember watching? Now listen, growing up, I was the youngest by 7-8 years. So the kind of movies Jason and Melissa were watching, I mean, Poltergeist and Amityville Horror and The Exorcist. Partner, I watched that at an early age. And you talk about freak me out. I'd be like, come on, Snake, come bite me. I'll take that over kind of some of those shows, man. Woo. Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, you know, the scariest movies that are the ones that could be real, like Psycho and like, because I guess if it gets, there's a
And
crazy...
I've never seen Chainsaw Massacre. I've never seen. I just never.
When Dad needs to come up with, maybe you could write a movie about, with a theme where like there was a castanetter and he throws the castanet and then he like catches some kind of, creature.
Tatai.
A little tatai or something like that.
Oh.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah, I remember that was kind of creepy. Okay, Miss Joycelyn is replying about what happened. 19 people lost their lives on a mass shooting in Nova Scotia. Worst mass shooting ever in Canada's history. That's pretty sad. So we're sorry to hear that, Miss Joycelyn. We're going to keep y'all in our prayers for sure. Senseless, man. All right. Moving on. Belizere. Talk to me about Belizere.
It's by Nathan Apsher.
Wasn't there a movie about
Well, Belizere is the name of a dance hall.
okay.
When on est parti, oh ouais, j'ai Belizere, c'est pour what? They're going to Belizere to see all their friends. There's a dance hall, so they're going to Belizere, and they have a lot of fun there. They play every Saturday, and they say they do some dancing. They do the bon jon and the polka.
Now, Dad, you remember, or if you remember, some of the old Cajun dance halls. I mean, they didn't have like sound systems and microphones. I mean, you just kind of played loud enough where people could hear you, or how did the voices carry?
That's a good question. I read an article where, and I forgot which of the old musicians, and he's well known, had the first PA system. He had a little box with a PA system, and man,
that was big time.
something.
Huh?
Yeah. But in the dance halls back then, they had no PA system. They had no electrical.
That's why the gentleman
in.
had to with his horn, Yeah.
But you see, this accordion, I had it made to where I have the clip-ons, and I have I have all I need for I have speakers, I have a microphone, and I have the pickup here where you clamp it, and the speaker goes right there where the keys are. But I've used it sometimes, but I haven't
Awesome.
used it. But yeah, that's a good. I forgot which band had it, but man. It was in high demand.
I bet, and I bet it wasn't cheap too. I mean, for that day, that's like some of the first microwaves, were like $800 or something.
Man,
so,
yeah.
Good stuff. All right, Dad. Next up, Belizere's Waltz.
Waltz de Belizere by Nathan Apsher. que c'est joyeux. Women who went to the Sunday chez Belizere.
Do your fingers ever hurt from years of throwing that castanet or not?
My fingers?
Yeah, like your hands.
Yeah, they would get kind of. I kind
Sometimes,
of feel my knuckles and that sometimes when I would get up in the morning a little.
Well, you say sometimes. Well, you said you never get headaches, but I'm just curious
Yeah, I
if
get
like
headaches.
some of your joints or some of your.
So a little bit, my knee now and then.
Yeah. I know, like a couple months ago, you stopped doing backflips and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, remember when they made that horror movie in Abbeville? Was it called The Blob?
Blob.
The Blob. I thought that was, looking back on it, man, this could have been a documentary of my quarantine eating habits. Dad, let me tell you about our fam of the day, Miss Brenda Hebert Thibodeau.
Great.
Miss Brenda, sweet lady. She was born August 30th. Her first job was at Dairy Queen on Moss Street in Lafayette back in the early 60s. Her current job, she's retired and loving it.
Great.
I can't wait, me. Do you have a favorite song? She said, from your series, Bayou Pompon.
Bayou Pompon.
She said that's her favorite song. And I said, what advice would you give younger you? She said, slow down, life is too short. She said her favorite memory from her childhood is being at her grandparents' house. That's a good memory. What hobbies do you enjoy? Genealogy. You into that, huh, Dad? The study of
do the work Uncle
you
Ted
get
did.
blue. There's blue jeans. There's corduroy. What other kind of jeans? Gene Kelly. No, but you get but that
Gene
interests you.
Audrey.
Gene Audrey. But that does interest you though, right?
It is. It is. Now, especially on the Hebert side, I was wondering if maybe we're related. We're related to, we've had Governor Hebert.
Yeah.
There was Etienne and Antoine.
Yeah.
I belong to the Hebert family.
Well, we all related some kind of way. I mean, you know what's an interesting fact? Adam and Eve did not have belly buttons. That's kind of neat when you think about it. All right, listening to Cajun and swamp pop music is a hobby of hers, and being with friends and family. Man, that sounds like a hobby I could support. Who inspires you, past or present? She said her family inspires her. Single, taken, or complicated? She says she's widowed. And what qualities do you look for in a person? She's like someone who's courteous, polite, and friendly. And she said on her post-quarantine bucket list, to be able to be with her family and hug them like I'm never going to let them go. And to gather with my Piquino and Bourré friends, man. Piquino, save me a chair at your next Piquino and Bourré table, man.
Well, my daddy used to play bourré. Bourré like that.
So she said the Hebert family, she said her side of the Hebert family is from Terrebonne Parish.
Well, that was the two brothers.
Yeah.
There's Antoine and Etienne. One settled here in the Vermilion, and the other one settled around the Terrebonne Parish.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I like that kind of stuff. All right, Dad. Next up on our song list, how do you pronounce Lache? Lache Palapa?
Dot.
Yeah, but it's Lache. Like Nick Lache.
And somebody asked me to play that, and at the time I said, and I wrote it down somewhere. I can't find it. I thought I found it in the. So if you requested that song in the last couple of days, it might maybe Saturday. To mention your name,
Dad, a lot of people are, and I'm gonna tell Dad because but when you look through the comments, a lot of people are saying some very nice things about you, Pop. So I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Ready?
Oh, I was born. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. Right. Wait. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, now, yeah. Now I'm ready.
Tous les samedis pour les squares mais les pâtes. Danse avec toutes les belles filles mais je lâche la patate. Avec tous les clubs, peut faire entre la paillette et la vipade. Oubliez-vous pas des faux s'achaffe mais je lâche la patate. Hey, lâche pas la patate malin, lâche pas la patate. C'est mon affaire, je lâche la patate. J'ai pas marié, j'ai pas passant fontaine de Fontina. Quand je vais partir, je suis gagné, je tombe et je lâche la patate. Dans tous les clubs, je fais donc la paillette et la vipade. J'appelle Marie la chasse des filles, mais je lâche la patate. Et lâche pas la patate, mon nez, lâche pas la patate. C'est mon affaire, je lâche la patate. Un soir de bal, un petit bouguet, un tour après un bat. Un petit bourgogne strié, lâche la patate. Un bourg m'a gardé, dit, est-ce que tu fais la patate? J'ai filé bas, j'ai coulé fort, j'ai lâché la patate. Hey, lâche pas la patate, mon nez, lâche pas la patate. C'est mon affaire, je lâche la patate. Lâche pas la patate, mon nez, lâche pas la patate. C'est mon affaire, je lâche la patate.
Job, Dan. It's all right. Hey, I have a question for you. How many events do you think roughly have you seen me MC over the years?
Woo.
More than 50?
You're in high demand.
But I'm asking you a question from your perspective.
A lot.
What do you enjoy most about when you get to come with me to, like, cause you see the events.
I enjoy spending time with you. I really do.
But you get to see the events differently than I see the events. When I'm working, I'm trying to.
Sitting down, you enjoying it.
When I'm juggling a bunch of things, and but you get to meet new people, and that's kind of cool, huh? You meet like the friends we met in Lache, and it's Dad's never met a stranger, man. So what
I know him too.
I'm trying to think of is there an event that stood out the past few years that was just, man, that was fun and that was funny, that you went with me that just really stood out as being a fun event?
I know one thing that not only fun but very proud of you when you was Man of the Year
for the Leukemia
Lymphoma Society.
That was a lot
and
of.
there was there was teams. You do teams, and I think I'm guessing the most a person has ever raised might have been something like $50,000 or $60,000, and it was kind of close. And anyway, they said person number 3, third person up, and they named the person. And man, when they said second person up, coming out second, and they named the person, your group started. Not for them, but you had one first, and you had raised over $100,000.
That was a good time. We had a lot of help, and we had a lot of
help. Yeah,
and,
we also had some good ideas how to raise money.
And remember, we raised it in the memory of Cale, and Cale Longlinay. He hadn't passed away. And he passed away like a week before the end of the campaign, and it was a pretty emotional time. Miss Connie was there, Mr. Benson was there, and yeah. But that was a special moment. But remember all the different Dancing with the Stars and the different. Were you there when I got Father Buddy to pass the kit? Were you at that one?
Yeah, man, they had some. Yeah, they was passing. The priest was passing, and money was falling on the kit. They picked up so much money.
I had to talk him into that, man.
And that was for
the Delcom Project graduation.
One of the project graduations.
That was good times. But yeah, I enjoy and just being there. It gives me having somebody that I know, like when you came with me to Lache, I mean, that was important. Just having somebody that I knew there, that I like when you travel with me.
Well, I really enjoy it when I travel too, and I get to play a couple of songs sometimes. They allow me sometimes to play the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, that's another story if we ever come back, man. But Dad has played the national anthem for several events. Here's a little known fact. I used to sing when I was the student athletic trainer in college. I used to sing the national anthem for because I worked with the women's volleyball team. So I think
Southern Miss?
No, this was at UL. I didn't tell the Southern Miss people I did that. But I've done the national anthem before UL volleyball. I've done a baseball. I did men's and women's basketball. So that was terrifying. Because the biggest fear is forgetting the words, man. So
I call that having a brain cramp.
So for those of you just joining us, this is going to be our last live show, daily live show. We're going to be back, but we just need a little break. I specifically need a break. We have finals coming up, and I'm really starting to get.
I really do too.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired.
So we love everybody, and y'all, they're gonna stay in touch. It's not like it's not like I'm ending. It's not like I'm going defriend everybody and asking for my T-shirts back.
Maybe when the T-shirts come out,
we have a T-shirt reunion party.
Yeah.
All right, got that. Next up, the Reno Waltz.
The Reno Waltz. I know there was a nightclub called the Reno Waltz, and this is by Lawrence Walker.
Lawrence Walker.
I don't need the sheet, but Hey, Pique, see me on. See Karaoke, baby, first time coming. Moi, je vois plus de monde comme moi, ma femme. Tu vois tout seul après-midi dans le chalet.
Good job, Dad. So for those of you that don't know, one of my projects has been to put all of the concerts onto one place for anybody to be able to watch at any time. So I put it on my YouTube channel. In addition to all of Dad's concert days, I also have some of my class lectures. Don't click on that unless you want to be put to sleep. Like, well, I guess if they're having trouble sleeping, maybe they do want to listen to some of that
Especially at night
stuff.
when they go to bed, they can click
Yeah,
on it.
it's like Audible NyQuil. So if anybody wants to hear any of our versions and you don't want to scroll through the Facebooks and all that stuff, you could just go to my YouTube channel and
And if they want to find out now what there's a song I want to listen to, they can go.
oh
and
yeah.
they can,
So watch on every single one. If you click on it, I don't know if it's going to show on I don't know if it's going to show on my phone, but on the description it has the song list pop on every description. So if you there it is. So watch, see how so every show has all the different songs. So like this one, it has when Dad and I did Ice Ice Baby. You remember that? You remember that,
Yeah,
Dad? That was fun. And so you guys can go look for certain songs, or so that's gonna be there forever. So, all right, Pop. Now we're gonna do prayer requests, and I want to make a prayer request for my brother-in-law and his family. The Doggetts. Paul lost his father this morning, Pop, and so they're in our prayers, and some good people, the Doggetts, man. Salt of the earth. So our prayers are with them and with the Viator family as well. So you guys submit your prayer requests, and Dad, you're going to play a Gift of Finest Wheat while we kind of do some reflection on our prayers and thoughts. And
okay. I can start now.
yes, sir.
You satisfy the hungry heart with gift of finest wheat. Come give to us, O saving Lord, the bread of life to eat. As when the shepherd calls his sheep, they know and heed his voice. So when you call your family, Lord, they follow and rejoice. You satisfy the hungry heart with gift of finest wheat. Come give to us, O saving Lord, the bread of life to eat. With joyful lips we sing to you our praise and gratitude, that you should count us worthy, Lord, to share this heavenly food. You satisfy the hungry heart with gift of finest wheat. Come give to us, O saving Lord, the bread of life to eat. Is not the cup we bless and share the blood of Christ outpoured? Does not one cup, one loaf declare our oneness in the Lord? You satisfy the hungry heart with gift of finest wheat. Come give to us, O saving Lord, the bread of life to eat.
Good job, Dan.
Great.
Sarah, thank you for the prayers for my family. Miss Hazel, health and prayers for Canada. Miss Kelly Broussard's just praying for all of us. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Let's see. Miss Carmen's praying for your skin, Dad, for your skin cancer, that it all comes out well. Miss Haley's keeping us all in her prayers. Luke Landry, pray for all Brian's students during finals. They're going to need it, Luke. I'm joking. I'm going to take it easy on them. Miss Hazel praying for her niece Candy Latino. Prayers for Nova Scotia, Amy and Mr. Randy Reed. Miss Judy Saunier, prayer for everyone. Miss Lola Bado, praying for the Campbells. Thank you. Melissa Campbell, pray for a negative COVID-19 test result for a healthcare professional friend and for her family to stay healthy. Miss Kelly, healthy ending to 2020. Miss Janet, pray for test results to come back good. Pop and all the healthcare workers stay safe and healthy. Miss Candy, yes ma'am, we're going to keep you in your prayers, Miss Candy, for your battle with cancer. And we're going to pray for Canada and all the healthcare providers. Miss Victoria, prayers for Pat and Brian. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, the choir sounds good. That my wife came in and sang.
Boost it up a little bit.
Jamie Jenkins found out today her hairdresser had to have open heart surgery and ended up with COVID-19. So we're going to keep her in our prayers. That open heart.
Repeat that.
One of our listeners, her hairdresser had open heart surgery and got COVID-19 while in the hospital. Now, Dad knows all about open heart surgery. I ain't no joke.
I had triple bypass. I had bypass on my leg, my arteries. I've had blood clots, Cadillac surgeries.
Yeah. Nanny Chero said a donor has been found for her classmate. That's awesome. Thank you, Miss Brenda, for the prayers. Good health for everyone, absolutely. Luke's also praying for Nova Scotia. You're welcome, Mr. Norris Jackson. We're going to be back. Let's see. Prayers for Nova Scotia. A lot of prayers for Nova Scotia. Let's see. Ms. Deanna Suarez praying that God hears all our prayers and petitions and may be answered according to God's will. Amen. All right, so let's do it one more time, Pop. You ready?
Yep.
You are my sunshine. Now, Dad has a tradition after every show. You go and you watch the show and you kind of, you know,
That's what I do all the time.
yeah. So I got a little message for you while you're playing for you to see when you rewatch the show, Pop. All right, go ahead. Sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Good night, dear, as I've been sleeping. I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. And I held my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Louisiana, my Louisiana, the place where I was born. White fields of cotton, green fields of clover, the best fishing and long of corn. Crawfish, gumbo, and jambalaya, the big shrimp and sugar cane, the big finest oyster and sweet strawberries, from Toledo to New Orleans. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right, Dad, say your final goodbyes.
God bless y'all. Oh, it's not final. We'll be back. But God bless y'all.
All right, guys, bye-bye. Until next time.